Hello everybody and welcome back to I Love You, Colonel Sanders, the KFC dating simulator. I completely forgot where I was in the last one. I haven't played in like a week, so I think I just ate the chicken, and now I'm going to talk. Apparently I'm going to approach Colonel Sanders in the cafeteria. So here we go. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel! I wonder if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? LSD, of course. How bold to come out and ask. Oh, dang, look at that staff! He's got a staff! It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Clearly not going to give up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? Got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Smells like chicken. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I used. I wonder what that is. It's something my grandmother taught me. Gah! Wow! You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And gah! Definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before. So now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe. But you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. Think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest! I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Ugh, that seems a little much. Wow him with a big idea. To add an additional ingredient. I don't think they go for that one. Be modest but thoughtful. I think I have to wow him. I think that's the only way. Boom! You know, about that, I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. As a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. I should tell him to add the ingredient that's already in it. Then he'd be like, whoa! He's thinking, oh man. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe? You think you can make it better? Oh crap. Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? No! Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss a new ingredient into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. Recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes! Dang it! I didn't know he was going to say something so stupid! I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. That certainly didn't go as planned. You better head back inside. But you wait a moment so Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. Whoa! You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Whoa! Why does he bring the pedestal everywhere? Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Oh, I didn't even get to choose this time. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle the lesson as a team? Team of 2, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice. Yikes! What a team. Hello, new partner. Beep boop. Bzz. 2 potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Looks like you have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you have to pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Well, I mean, Clank has the personality over here, and Pop is... I have no idea what that is. So I'm gonna go with Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Dodged a bullet. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Okay, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even have the assignment yet. These are some grand movements that she's doing over here. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzz. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even have to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes. A family recipe could be good. A family recipe could be good. Because it's like a secret recipe. I'm going with that. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy! Oh yes, jeez. Chill. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. He doesn't trust me. What are those blue things back there? Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Get out of here! We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. You better keep your fingers off my man! Dang it! Van! It's a boss fight. Did someone call for me? Jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing big old Bus's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, armful of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and... Jeez! Why does he get his own theme? Not even Colonel Sanders has his own theme. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there. Ashley, Van, are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Big Ol' Butts was struggling, so we offered to give him a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Uh-oh. Don't be rude. I know, he looks like he's gonna freaking clobber a fool. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. Oh, it's still going, but Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. Just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense. One thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to make up for, you need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie, who has your back. I think I have to turn to my... We've been in this together. We gotta team up. You turn to Miriam. As soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes rushing over. Sorry, threatening my friends. I will destroy them. I actually think that Ashley and Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust, via my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Big Ol' Butts is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. I can't freaking think with this music. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes in a perfectly creamy mashed texture. Plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through your steps. You know so well why your attention was elsewhere. I feel like this music's not supposed to be... Is there like a... There we go. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his arm. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy bowl out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork. And wondering for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Hold on, let me turn the music back up. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heavy sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. It's back! And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you flip the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it is delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold right there, big old butts. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arsenal or arena arsenal. I don't know where that came from. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'll both better be prepared to eat it. Eat whatever lands on the floor. God dang it. The music throws me completely off. Can I ask Potato Face? Can somebody kill him? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Whoa! Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. Just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacled octopus and silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe. Blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. That's pretty metal. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite. And you will all look at me with envy. He's messing up his hair. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. He's been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so. It killed him! Oh my god! Everyone step back, don't take another bite. When you look at the plate, the tip of the... Oh, it's Pop! Well, that's alright. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen on the whole crowd. They are motionless. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against the poisons of all kinds. Great, so he's immune to poisoning. We're gonna go through this whole thing. It's gonna turn out he can't be killed. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Ghost of student. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by this really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! You followed Colonel Sanders out of the room. Poor ghost of student. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders steps into the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go, I want you to know. They're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, big old butts. There's something I need to tell you. No! Rats! Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Uh-oh. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights. Like so many weights. Didn't you just poison somebody? We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like witches floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up! I'm the one here saying inspirational stuff, and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. He's right over there. He's dead in the corner. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero of the story. Whoa! Spork Monster. The Spork Monster is here. What? The Spork Monster's here to fight a hero. Where did he come from? I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. You will not let harm come to another student. Except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me. Because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose? Or is that just a coincidence? Before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? I think I have to defend just to see what his attacks do. You said defend. Which defense will you choose? Trepidation. You close your eyes tight, but then open one just enough to squint and see the Spork Monster across the battlefield. For some reason, this makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Got a lot of good that defense did. Great. Attack! You said to go on the attack. Cook with love or chow down. It's already cooked. I might need to chow down. Chow down! Does 2 damage. Fire in your belly made you stronger. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? What are my defense options? Buff up. Oh, yeah. You draw energy into your arms, thinking back on all the stirring you did in the kitchen as a child. Your muscles go super swole, and you're ready to take on anything. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monsters use this utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. But we're buffed up now. Do we cook with love or chow down? I think love is over. We're chowing down. 2 damage, a powerful blow. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain! Your reign of terror stops. He's got a staff. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot Pie Power Pinch! Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy. Finish him. I think it would look better to spare him. You managed to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature, with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast! And don't dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. You defeated the monster. Oh, the defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's much more. It's the Necronomicon. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. Last name to have signed out was Borko. Borko? That sounds strangely familiar. The blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hand. As you come down for your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Am I passing out? Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy! You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams! You're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there. Instructing you love. Dreams are weird. Oh. Whoa! The ghost guy! Zzz. You wake up on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking of the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used... And then, it was the secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. It was probably salt or something, like, obvious. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with a spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, before we get into that story, I gotta end it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit subscribe, hit share. The game is on Steam. It's free to play. Go check it out. It's weirdly good. Go check out some of the videos I made, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Jeepers creepers.